Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you are all doing well. This is James Pelton. So for those of you who don't know me, I am a YouTuber and Twitterer. But yeah, it's very great to be here. We're going to be talking through Project Yieldhunt. So I was part of Yieldhunt back in Chapter 1. In fact, when they first launched, I remember being involved in it. It was one of my first play-to-earn games, honestly. And they've been on hiatus for a little bit while they got version Chapter 2 ready. So we're going to talk through that a little bit. I'm going to mint some, and I'm going to give some away. And if you guys have questions, can be about Yieldhunt or it can be about anything in general. But we're just going to hang out for maybe like 45 minutes or so is kind of my plan. I have another meeting at 4. So, but yeah, good to see everybody. If you could please just comment whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, where you're watching it from. And then, yeah, say where in the world are you watching this from? I always find it interesting just kind of seeing where everybody is from. So we have a question right off the bat. Will you gamble mint? And the answer is yes, I will gamble. Probably not, actually. Well, maybe I can. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see where the wind takes us today. But I wasn't planning on it. But yes. So we got some people from Dallas. Jeffrey, welcome from Dallas. We got Australia. Welcome, Alex. What time is it in Australia right now? I have a hard time with Australian time because of the Dateline and things like that. So we got a few from Florida. We got some from Bulgaria. Boss Nova, thank you for joining us. Austria, UK. Paul's from the UK. So thank you everybody for watching. So it's 6 a.m. in Australia right now. So up and early, starting your day right with a little bit of James Pelton. So yeah, thank you everybody. I appreciate it. All right. Well, let's go ahead. Let's start with a giveaway. Okay. I'm going to start by giving away. I have a Ranger here ready to go. Let me share my screen. Screen layout. Share screen. Yieldhunt. All right. So this is Yieldhunt, and I'm going to go through the white paper for Chapter 2. And I'm going to mint a few, show you how to do that. But I have a couple already that I minted yesterday because the mint actually started yesterday. So I have these 2 Rangers right here. So I want you to go ahead and comment. Let's see. How do I enter? I'm not very creative. I always have a hard time with this. Just go ahead and comment your favorite play-to-earn game. Let's do that. I'll give you like 45 seconds to comment your favorite play-to-earn game, and then I'll pick one of the people who comments something, and I'll give away one of these Rangers. I'll give away, this one looks cooler to me, so I'll give this one away. You give away the better and keep the worse for yourself. So I'll give you like 45 seconds here to comment your favorite play-to-earn game that you've taken part of in crypto, okay? Give you like 30 more seconds to do that. I think the comments are behind by like, I don't know, 15 seconds maybe. So I'll give you enough time. Dun, 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 dun. And I'll be giving away a few mints as we go. So don't worry if we miss out on any here. Did these show up on NF Trade yet? I'll probably give it away. Okay, I'm going to do the giveaway now. I'm closing my eyes. I'm scrolling through the comments. And the winner is Austin Witcher. Which you didn't pick Yieldhunt, which that would have been, epic if you had picked Yieldhunt. But Austin Witcher, you are the winner. If you could either DM me maybe on Twitter your MetaMask wallet, and then maybe a screenshot to make sure that it's actually you too. I have a lot of people who've been trying to steal giveaways recently. So I have to be a little bit more careful. So I have people, if I say like Austin Witcher won, then people will start Twitter DMing me, say, hey, I'm Austin Witcher. And then I send them an NFT, and then it wasn't actually them. So, but yeah, Austin Witcher, you are the winner. DM me on Twitter, And maybe just send a screenshot of, yeah, just send a screenshot of like just proving that you are Austin Witcher, and we'll get that for you. All right, so I want to read through the white paper and just talk about what's different in version 2, and then we can get to minting, and just if you have any questions, we can get to those. So first off, I don't know if you can hear the music, but always some great like old school music on Yieldhunt. So I always appreciate that, but I'm going to mute it while we go through there. Should I read the whole thing? Should I use like dramatic voices? I think that's a thing people do in live streams. An old legend tells about a time when adventurers were seeking treasures called gem in a distant forest, facing dangerous enemies, the hunters. This great adventure ended with the achievement adventurers had set: find all the secrets hidden by the forest. But have they really found them all? It seems they haven't. A temple has been discovered with new secrets to deliver and new dangers to face. Okay, and I'll go to the TLDR. But yes, read through the story. If you like the lore, sometimes the lore in these games is pretty fun. Skeletons and rangers can be minted using either burned NFTs or AVAX. Okay, so if you have an NFT from Yieldhunt before, you can actually burn that to get a new one from this new version. Okay. There's also a thing called Gamble Mint, which this was something they introduced for people who wanted a lower cost to get in. So basically, you have a 10% chance. Let me just go to the mint page here. But basically, you have a let's see. Let's select at least. Okay, so you can burn and get. Yeah, give your Twitter. Oh, there you go. Yeah, give your Twitter handle so nobody steals your. So you guys are so smart. You guys are so smart. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how this gamble mint. Does somebody want to explain to me in the comments how the gamble mint works? You must select one adventurer. You must select at least 10 adventurers or one hunter. Okay, gotcha. So if you do the gamble mint, you can burn one adventurer, and you get maybe get there's a chance that you get an NFT, but you might just lose your NFT. Okay, so there's a chance. If you don't do it, if you do a regular mint, you can burn 10 adventurers to get an NFT or one hunter. Okay, so this is like just a cheaper way to get in. If you can just get one adventurer, you can burn it and potentially you will get something, but you might get nothing. So that's why it's a gamble. Or you can burn 10 and you for sure get something. Okay, that's how it works. Or it's 2 AVAX now to initiate a mint. Okay, and we'll go through minting here in just a minute. Okay, and there's a 10% chance to mint a skeleton, 90% chance to mint a ranger. So I've minted 2 so far. I've got a ranger both times. Skeleton, so this is similar to like Police and Thief in the other games, but there's an alpha ranging from 5 to 10. And basically the higher the number, the better. So that's like how likely you have of the chance of stealing a mint, okay? After we get to through the Gen 0 mints, once we get to Gen 1, you have to mint with their token, okay? You have to mint with the glow token or by burning adventurers and hunters, but you don't use AVAX anymore. So usually these games start with AVAX to develop kind of a treasury and to provide, I mean, they need money for marketing, for liquidity pool, for things like that. So but after that, after Gen 1, they'll give some utility to the glow token by making that what you mint with. Okay, so this is pretty standard for most games. When a new character is minted, 10% chance of stolen by the skeletons. One single skeleton will be rewarded with the stolen NFT. During Gen 0, it's not possible to have your mint stolen. So that's one benefit if you get in here in Gen 0 is your mint can't be stolen. So it is a bummer when you get into Gen 1. You're getting all excited to go mint, and then you go to mint, and then you're out of luck. Okay, that is a bummer for sure. You're stolen. Mint using burn NFT is possible for every gen. Okay, 50,000 pets can be minted from 20,000 gem plus 0.5 AVAX to 50,000 gem plus 0.1 AVAX. Okay, pets have different rarities, so I think pets are kind of a unique play in this. Legendary pets are the only ones that can be equipped to the wallet, and their bonus applies to all staked NFTs by the wallet. Only one legendary pet can be equipped per wallet. You can assign other pets to rangers. Okay. Stake your ranger or skeleton to start earning glow. Rangers produce 5,000 glow a day. Skeletons steal 20% of the total and have 50% to steal all the glow when the ranger's unstaked. So if you've played any other play to earn games, this is pretty standard of how they work, except for pets. The first game I've seen with pets. Rangers have an inventory of glow that can fill up. Once the inventory is full, the ranger won't produce glow anymore until it's claimed. Okay, so that's a unique play. JB, I'm not sure if you are being sarcastic or not, but we do encourage sarcasm here. But this is one unique play I see, that rangers have a limited amount of glow. So once it's filled up, then they have to claim. So what that stops is people who forget about their accounts. This happens a lot where people forget about their accounts or something like that. And then they come back and they have like 1 million glow or something like that. So this is a way to prevent that, is you fill up and then you can't get any more. Okay, so that's probably a good dynamic to add into the game. It's healthy for the game. Yeah, JV, so this is how a lot of the play to earn games are, but I'll explain a little bit more when we get to the mint page for sure. Yeah, once you get used to it, it was confusing at first. I will definitely give you that, but after a while, it gets pretty not too bad. Skeletons are better. Rangers and skeletons can be leveled up in order to increase their glow production. So again, that's something that has been added to these play to earn games to increase the economy, is leveling up. Anytime you add things that can be done in the game, the original games, all you could do was buy, stake, and then that was it. But anytime you add new things, it increases the size of the economy. See, and Max says, I sent you an email today. Hope you can check it. Yes, it is on my to-do list. If I could move my computer and show you my to-do list, emails are on there today. So I'm going to be catching up on all my emails today. Where are the mathematical equations? Yes, those are not usually in these white papers. Although, look here, there's some, a little bit. But yeah, I could make a spreadsheet and probably find the best strategy. But actually, I think these games are more fun when you just kind of try different things. So these games, they're kind of a combination of making money and also playing a game. Okay, so they're kind of like node projects, but they're crammed. Their rewards are super high, so it's like a node project crammed into a week. So you get to see that life cycle, and so then they're always adding things to try to increase the life cycle of the game. So they're pretty fun, I think. To avoid a constant dump due to over harvesting, we implemented a varying fee for each NFT you harvest the glow of. That's what we call a hanging preposition, I believe. You're not supposed to end sentences with of, but we're not going to nitpick too much. Tax goes from free to 0.05 AVAX per NFT claimed. The tax varies according to the number of claimed transactions on the contract per hour. Interesting. If someone wants to harvest his 8 Adventurers Glow earnings, he'll have to pay from that price. This will make everyone think twice before claiming and spreading out the claims on all hours of the day. That's an interesting take. So it's based on just the contract. So there's going to be a fee that goes up based on how many people are claiming at that time. So it will discourage you from claiming all of yours at the same time. It'll spread out the claim, so that keeps the price from dumping. A lot of times what happens is when you dump, then people see the dump, then they dump more. So that's interesting. From scale 1 to 10, where are you to recommend this project? Well, first off, I don't recommend anything, usually. Second off, these play to earn games are not investments. Okay, I would not treat them as investments. If you're in here right now and you took money out of your grandma's IRA or something, her retirement account, you're taking her Social Security money, and you're like, where should I put this Social Security money? I would not recommend any play to earn game as what you do with your grandma's Social Security money. Okay, I would look at. I've made a lot of money from these, but I would not see them necessarily as investments. Okay, I just need your thought because you're already at Police and Thief. You know what I mean? Okay, yes. As far as play to earn games, it's an experiment. Okay, these are hard to tell. From my experience, usually if you get in early, if it's a game that has any amount of hype and you get in early, which would be now, and you get your return quickly, from my experience, you make your money back. Okay. Now the risks are if the game is not hyped, which this game was very hyped, but and they've sold quite a bit. That's pretty good, selling 4,782 already. But they were very hyped, but then they were on hiatus for a while, and so sometimes hype dies down. So it's hard to tell how hyped people are going to get up about this. So yeah, it's hard to tell. But that's the biggest risk is well, the biggest risk is a rug pull, which we're confident it's not a rug pull because they've been around for months now. The second biggest risk is that it just doesn't sell out. And so it's hard for the game really to get going if they don't sell out. So it looks like they're doing better on these Rangers than on the pets. It looks like the pets are not super popular. And maybe it's not super clear what the pets do. We'll see down here below if I can figure it out. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I'd put this one. It's new, so if you get in early, I'll probably just say a 5, just because I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough question. It is interesting, but yeah, let's look through the white paper and figure out if we like it more. So here's the price from the different generations. Okay, so Grape just launched wine nodes. Oh, that's very exciting. I will, once I'm done here talking about Yieldhunt, I'll go over to Grape Finance and we'll just look at those wine nodes because I'm a big fan. Grape Finance, very good, and one of my top projects. Yes, a nice neutral answer. That's how we stay out of trouble, right? All right, so Rangers can stake, which means they'll start earning 5,000 glow a day. So again, that's a 2-day ROI. So again, that's what I mean when I say that these are like node projects, but it's really condensed. Is your ROI is 2 days on these. Okay, so that's what Rangers do. Claim a ranger can bring these mystic plants back to the village, but he'll always be spotted by skeletons. Will drop 20% of his glow. So when you claim, you lose 20% of your glow. That percentage can change with pets. So there's something pets do. And then this goes to the skeletons. Okay. A ranger can abort the mission, which is unstaking, if he's collected at least 2 days worth of glow. So you can't take your ranger in and out. You can stake him and then have to wait 2 days, keep 2 days worth of glow. Then you can unstake, but there's a 50% chance they steal all your glow. But that can change with pets. So you're starting to see what pets do. So it seems like pets just kind of function as like items have in some of these other games where you buy pets and then they make your character better in some ways. Leveling up, and this is a really good dynamic in these games, but so now you have to decide if you're going to claim glow or level up your ranger to produce more glow. Okay. Assign a pet. So those are like items. Skeletons can do the same thing. You stake, and now you'll get 20% of all glow. So skeletons are better, by the way, but they're rare. A skeleton can claim, get his money back, unstake, so you can like sell it, or you can also level up skeletons. Okay, and a couple questions. Let's see. Wolfie Picks says, I asked in our Facebook group, when are you going to do your own game? We all would invest, I'm sure, because you would make it perfect. I don't know about that. These are all experiments, and you have to do some really intense. If you were going to make one of these games that was really, really, really successful, like long term, you really, really, really need to do a lot of math, okay, and really work on that economy. Most of the time, there's one or two things in the economy that's out of whack, and it ends up usually the end result, not the end goal, but the end result is you end up at 0 is what usually ends up happening. So yes, I'm partnered and advising on several games, but it'll probably be a while before I have the time to actually sit down and write my own. I'm a software developer, so I would love to just sit down and write my own, but it might be a while. Tanvir, who again, thank Tanvir for the wonderful thumbnails. So he is my MVP. He does all my thumbnails. Move to earn games like Steppen. I've not done any of those. I've heard about them. I imagine that it seems like there'd be ways to trick it. Like I used to have a stepometer, and you could like put it on the ceiling fan, and then it would just go up really, really high. But I don't know. I've played like I have this ab stabilizer that you put your phone in there and like do these games in it. That's kind of cool. And I imagine there's some crypto ways to do that. What type of computer is the best to use? It doesn't really matter too much. Any computer with a browser is okay. Just make sure you keep your browser up to date. Make sure that go to Chrome and make sure you're keeping your Chrome up to date. There's been some Chrome vulnerabilities recently so people have been trying to take people's MetaMasks. Okay, so make sure that your Chrome is updated all the way. I do recommend a hardware wallet. So I have my Trezor sitting right here, and I'll put a link to Trezor in the comments below. But those are really the two best things. Never give your passphrase to anyone. I heard about somebody this morning, and they entered in their passphrase somewhere. You should never have to you put in your passphrase when you first set up your wallet, and you never should have to again, okay? I think you should send your YouTube link to your Twitter, James, because I send many messages from Twitter. Yeah, I don't think StreamYard, which I'm using, I don't think comments from Twitter work on here. I don't know if there's anything I can do about that. It can stream to Twitter, but it cannot post the comments from Twitter. So it can only do from Facebook and from YouTube. Strap it around the dog and let him run around. Yep, exactly. So Grand Theft Bacon. So yeah, I was kind of an advisor on Grand Theft Bacon when they first started. So I've not been watching it for a while. So I'll have to take a look to kind of see where they're at. And yeah, I'll definitely I can get in touch with the team and see if they need any help. But that's how that happens often, where economies work for a certain amount of time. We're even seeing this with node projects, right? Like node projects have their own economy and they work for a certain amount of time, but then at a certain time, they just kind of stop working. I have not played Space Game yet, so I've looked at it. Honestly, I've not been in as many play to earn games, believe it or not, as I used to be. I used to try to get in every single one, but now I'm not. Okay, Bacon's working on stage 2 in NFT worlds. Yeah, I remember they bought the first thing they did with their treasury was bought land in NFT worlds. And for those of you who don't know what NFT worlds is, this is basically like a Minecraft metaverse for the metaverse. It's basically Minecraft for the metaverse, we'll say. But a lot of people are partnering with them to buy land in there. A lot of projects are. So if you NFTworlds.com, I recommend you go check it out. I think that'll be a pretty big one. But so I know, yeah, Bacon, the first thing they did with their treasury was they went and bought land here. And PDE games are dying out. I think that Police and Thief forks are dying out. I don't think play to earn games are dying out. They just need to move forward. Okay, we've had too many that are just like forks of the same thing, and so they run into the same problem that all of them have. So we just need some ingenuity. If you're gonna fork, if anybody here is thinking about forking something, if you fork something, make sure to make it better. Okay, that's the point of forking. Forking is good because if everybody had to write all their code from scratch, we'd never get anywhere in programming. But if you fork and then just put a new like layout on it, that's not very helpful. You need to fork and then find the problems that there were with the old one and fix them. So I'll say, so Krabata. I've been doing Krabata for months now, and it's still going strong. Okay, makes quite a bit of money. So that's one thing. That's one game that's been sustainable, and a lot of these are again experiments. We don't really know what's going to happen with a lot of these and new economic changes. All of them are making little economic changes. Okay, what are pets? Pets are mystical creatures that can be equipped to NFTs. Pets can be assigned to rangers, one pet to one NFT. Legendary pets can be made for wallets. Very cool. So their new token is Glow. Most of these games have found better luck with having two tokens rather than one. Yes, that would be a fair argument. You are right. It is not passive income. Well, there's no such thing as like just completely passive income. Like everything, like rental properties, for example, would be passive income because they pay me every month. But there's still a lot of things I have to do for rental properties. There's not anything that I know of that doesn't require anything that you do. Now, some require more than others. Like Kerbata, I have to go in every 4 hours to do mining expedition. But actually, I have 3 college students that live with me, and I have one of them. Hey, there's one of them now. Hey, welcome home. I'm doing a live. But yes, so they help out with that. But anyways, 2 tokens. So these games have found that 2 tokens has worked better than 1 token. So they have Glow. That's going to be the new currency for Chapter 2. It's obtained by staking rangers and skeletons. Glow will be used to mint, so that's a big use case for Glow. Glow can be used to get gem token. And I hear the gem token is not doing very well. I'm going to check the chart here in a little bit. But that's word on the street is the gem token's not doing well. This was the currency of Chapter 1. And part of the problem is there wasn't much point of holding it. We were on this like month-long hiatus from the game. I like that word. That's why I keep saying it, hiatus. But there wasn't a lot of motivation to hold your gem, I don't think, during that time. So I think a lot of people sold it. Okay. But gem now has use case. It's to mint pets, to stake in the temple, to level up rangers. Okay. So this would probably be a big one, I imagine. So 20,000 gem to upgrade to level 2, 40,000 to level 3. So that'll be good. So that should add some use case to gem. The nice thing about PDE, P2E, or R2E, unlike node projects, is you can sell the NFT if you choose to get out. Yes, that is true. A lot of the new node projects are letting you sell the NFTs. But yes, you're right. Honestly, another thing I like about the games is that they are less passive. Because a game, you're meant to do stuff. Like some of my node projects, once I get in, there's not much to do then for the next 30 days or whenever I plan on claiming first. So these games give you more things to do. Like you can go in every day and do some things. But yeah, if you're not looking to do some things, these would not be what I would recommend. Skeletons, you upgrade there too. I do have it to sneeze, and it's going to come out sometime, but I'll try to mint. I'll try to mute before then. So thank you very much. Yeah, I love Tavern. I hope their price has been down a bit. I hope so again, it's a economy thing where their economy was complicated enough to keep the token where it is, but it's starting to come down. And so I'm hoping they have a great team. I love their team, group of young guys. But I'm hoping they're able to figure that out and keep the economy going. I think some picked it up prior to phase 2, then dumped it. That is very likely as well. So people are always looking for ways to make money. So when you hear like version 2, chapter 2 is getting ready to launch, that's probably true. A lot of people bought in to gem to sell it as soon as it goes up once chapter 2 starts. So very cool. So that's basically some of the changes that they made. So I do want to check the charts of both Glow and Gem here real quick, and then we'll go mint, and then we'll give away. I forgot, I'm doing some giveaways. Okay, well, I already have this other mint. Let me go ahead and give this other mint away. Where is it at? He's actually the lamer looking one. Sorry, I already gave away the cool looking one. This guy with the hat. Okay. I'll give you 45 seconds. Somebody comment. Again, sorry, on YouTube or Facebook are the only ways. Probably just YouTube would be best. Comment your, I was going to say favorite YouTuber, but that's lame. Comment your favorite project all around. Okay, before we did your favorite play to earn game, do your favorite all around DeFi project. Okay, well, let's do that. We'll broaden out. Next one, maybe we'll do favorite crypto project in general. Then after that, favorite investment of all time, and we'll just work our way out. So I'll give you like 45 seconds to comment on that. Yes, I am in LVT and Universe. Actually, I'm hoping to have a video. So Louverture launched their version 2, and it actually looks really cool. Okay. The token price has not been doing super awesome, but it's been looking really cool. And yeah, I've been in Univ for a long time. I've compounded for so long, but it's not worth any more than it was. So because the price goes down, and actually the price looks like it's way down now. So, but yeah, I have videos coming out on Louis Vuitton, I believe, at some point here soon. I want to check the chart for Gem. Yeah, that's not great. So yeah, this is probably some people bought, then chapter 2 came out, and then there was some dumping. That's sounds about right. One thing you want to look at for, do you think the price of the token is going to do well in the future? Again, this is not financial advice, but I always check if there's more buys than sells. That is a predictor of where the price is going to go next. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean, because these could be little buys and they could be big sells, but this shows me that, oh, more people are interested in buying than are interested in selling. So my guess is that the price of the token is going to go up. Okay. Now again, I don't know that for sure, but that would be my guess if I was a betting man, which I am playing these games. Any comment on Splassive? Yes. So I don't think there was anything malicious in Splassive. I think they had an exploit that they were. This is one of the problems when you fork. I think they forked. Did they fork Drip? I think they forked Drip, but there was an exploit in Drip that Drip fixed. But I believe Splassive forked at a point. Forking is basically you take a code base and then make your own version and then make changes to it. Okay. And I believe they forked before Drip had fixed the exploit, and so it was still there. And then once the exploit became known, then they were out of luck. So I don't think there's anything malicious in Splassive, but that is where we're at. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick a winner for best DeFi project. Okay. So I'm going to close my eyes, scroll through some comments, and the winner is from, you pronounce it Shane Shattuck? Shane? Cheney? Shane. Maybe. Yield nodes, my all-around favorite with great finance showing some promise. And yes, I love that answer. So you too also shoot me a Twitter DM, and I will get you your NFT. But yes, I totally agree. Yield nodes is probably my favorite right now also, just because everything else goes up and down, and it gets kind of difficult to calculate, and it gets kind of to be a bummer. But yield nodes is just steady. And Grape Finance, if you haven't checked out Grape, which we'll check this out again here in a minute, I get kind of distracted a little bit. I love Grape. So, and apparently they just added wine nodes. They did the 1,000% APR. Wow. Ooh, man, what do I do with that? Okay, so we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Then I want to check the price of the chart for this Glow. So I always go to Dex Screener. I just get the contract address, go to Dex Screener and Avalanche. Pair not found. That's strange. If I can buy it on here, that's clearly the right contract address, right? Am I doing something wrong, guys? That's why you don't do things live. Yeah, there's not a Dex Screener for that. Somebody tell me why that is. No liquidity yet. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it hasn't been launched yet. Okay. All right. So it's there on Trader Joe. The contract address is there, but there's no liquidity. Okay. Do you guys know when it's starting? Okay, after Gen 0. Okay. There you go. There's the answer. There's the answer to I guess I take it then that when you stake these, they're not going to produce then yet. How much money minimum do you need to start my journey of passive income and play to earn games? Now those are two different questions. I would look at play to earn games as different than passive income. I'd look at them as two separate things. I mean, they're kind of jointed together a little bit, but how much do you need to get started? You don't need very much. Okay, so it is producing, but no price. Yeah, so to mint, like for this game, to mint, you need like two AVAX. So that's going to be like 160 bucks, something like that. Um, so that would be like the minimum. So you can buy one NFT and you could stake it and you could start going now. Okay, so they are producing, but no price yet on Glow. Okay, thank you guys. All right. So what were we doing? Okay, don't forget to Twitter DM me your wallet address, winners of those NFTs, all the winners of the NFTs today, and I'll get those over to you. Yeah, Sphere is awesome, and all the Titano and Seifu forks make me a little bit nervous, just because there's so many tokens that people are holding on to, and it just worries me. Like any little dip, if people lose a little bit of faith, like Seifu, for example, they have so much. Their community is so loyal that that's really like helping keep the price. But it makes me so nervous personally. If you had to choose Tavern or Drip right now, so they're both down quite a bit. So I think Tavern is probably basically I would look back to how long the protocol's been around, and that's how like secure I would consider it. So I would consider Tavern's not been around for very long. So if I was looking for like short-term gains, I would probably go to Tavern before Drip. Like I have a feeling Tavern price will go back up. I have a feeling Drip will too, but it might be longer drawn out. So probably long-term Drip, but short-term Tavern is maybe how I would think about it. Good question though. Did you get Elephant? Yes. So I'm pretty heavily invested in Elephant. I got I did an AMA with Tony, the founder of Elephant. He's a very smart guy, so I jumped in. Yes, I have a video coming out with Bomb Money shortly because they're kind of pivoting. So they kind of lost their peg. In fact, I don't even know if they're doing that anymore. They were a Tomb Fork pegged. Yeah, there we go. And actually, they're coming back. They were way, way, way off peg. But I have a video coming out with them soon. Check out Sphere's chart. Grab their contract address. They have it anywhere in here? Yes, I do love the music also. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. Is that from launch all the way too? So yeah, so that's looking really good. So what worries me about Sphere and and Titano or Seifu type forks is I like it. Okay, I don't think that that's bad, but everybody is still holding their tokens. See, was a little bit the node projects made me a little bit more comfortable because when the price was up, I knew that no one was holding on to tokens to sell. The problem is like so Sphere, people have a lot of faith in Sphere. And actually I've talked to their founder too. And actually I'll probably get an AMA going with Sphere because they're very different. They're not like just a normal Titano or Seifu fork, but they're doing some very different things. But what makes me nervous is that everybody's holding on to their tokens. So like if the price starts to dip a little bit, what can happen, like what we saw with like Olympus DAO or Time Wonderland, is that when it dipped a little bit, then people were holding onto their tokens and people tend to freak out and then it can go down quickly. But yeah, I'll do a full video on Sphere. I haven't looked into it as deeply as I should. I do have a video coming out with Bomb.money soon though. Let's see. Non-crypto question. Favorite vacation ever? So me and my wife and my kids went to San Diego a few years ago. And actually, I really enjoyed family vacations when my kids were really little and just like their first time seeing everything, like their first time seeing the ocean and their first time, we went to the San Diego Zoo and the first time we went to SeaWorld, and it's pretty fun when you have kids, like seeing their first time reactions to everything. So that's probably like my favorite vacation. I still enjoy vacations with with my family, but it's kind of not new. I did go to Great Wolf Lodge this last week, um, and it was pretty fun. But parents get very stressed out at Great Wolf Lodge. I'll tell you that. Do you teach your kids about crypto? I try to, yes. So I'm actually, um, I have my kids like hydrate drip sometimes for me and things like that, and I kind of just teach them about like what crypto is. They asked my son what he wanted to be when he grew up, and he said an investor. So that's kind of a good answer, right? That was good for me to hear. Um, we just did Disney. It is work. Yes, you are right. Disney is a lot of work. You have to plan out Disney very, very carefully to make it not be miserable. What's your number one project? Number one project right now is yield nodes. Okay, just because of the stability, and it might change because yield nodes gives like a seven. This last month it did 7.5%, but you don't lose your initial, which I like. It's locked up for 6 months, but then you can take it out. You're not relying on the price of any coin in particular, so I like that. Um, so just with the way that everything has been so volatile, when the nodes were doing awesome and drip was doing awesome, then yield nodes was not my favorite because it's like, well, 7.5% a month. Like it's going to be hard to like generate a lot of wealth with that compared to 26% with your strong nodes. But with everything else being so volatile, I really like yield nodes a lot. So right now it's my favorite. So again, I'm going to post, I do have a referral link if anybody wants to get involved. And I did an AMA with Steve. So I really like that one. Titano down 50%. So that's exactly what I'm afraid of with these Titano forks is when people have faith in them, then it's awesome. Yeah, that's when people have faith in them, it's awesome. Like I just been printing money with Titano, but when the price goes down, people can dump fairly easily. So that's something I don't like about them. I'd rather their tokens be held in some way than and then people just be able to sell whenever they want. I know that sounds. Hey, sorry, did you say something? Let me check this chart, Neymot, then I'll get back to you. So this is not. I mean, this is where it was in February, so it's lost some hype, and it doesn't surprise me that Titano's struggling when there's like 1,000 Titano forks now, because people who want to be in on Titano might think, oh, I'd be better off getting on a fork early. Again, getting in here would have been better than getting in here, right? But it just, yeah, these always make me nervous because everybody's holding on to their Titano, and people who got in here, like if you put in $1,000 here, you have like $100,000 now. So that just, yeah, that makes me nervous. Yep, and so Sphere's taking a lot of market share. That doesn't surprise me for sure. What's the plan with Dominium? Can you maybe specify what you mean? So I did a video on Dominium, and I like Dominium quite a bit. So you mint one of their NFTs, and then they invest it, and they're looking to invest in like real estate and things like that. So I like that a lot. Yeah, very true. We do get spoiled. I said like with yield nodes, you only get 7 or 8% a month, and then that's like in traditional finance that would be crazy. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we talked about that. What do you think about Thor and their play to earn plan? So it's a Hail Mary for sure. I appreciate that they're not just folding up and being like, well, there's nothing that we can do about it. I appreciate that they're still fighting forward. So I really respect that in a team when they like try. And you just don't know how it's going to work out. Like they're trying something drastically different than a lot of other node projects. It's go big or go home. So it's hard to tell. If the game catches on, then yeah, it'll save it. But the problem that I just imagine is that the biggest players of the game are going to probably be people who love Thor, right? People who love the project, and that's not really what you need. You don't really need. I mean, unless they're, I don't know. We'll have to see what they do with the play to earn game too, because maybe it's like, Call of Duty, which I play on the PlayStation 4. people spend a lot of money to get like new skins and things like that. And if they can create a game where it's like people are wanting to pay Thor to get skins, then yeah, the price will go way up for sure. With real estate, what is their plan? I don't know that they have said like exactly what their plan is yet. So anytime that you invest in one of these projects, you're putting a lot of faith in the team for sure. What's your current crypto net worth? That's a good question. I would probably say so. Like, if you watch my journey to 10K, so this was from a couple weeks ago. Um, and this is my passive income play, so I have a little bit more in Bitcoin and stuff too. I'd say probably about 1 million is what I have in crypto right now, if I had to guess. Yeah, it worked with Fortnite for sure. Um, and Austin, ask your question again. I'm not seeing it. I see you saying I'm trying to get him to see my question, but I don't see your original question. How am I feeling about strong? Um, I hope it works out. I have a lot of strong nodes, like 30 some, and so I really, really hope they've gotten themselves in such a box with so many nodes. There's so much selling pressure that has to be countered every single day. So I don't know. I hope it works out though. If they can get this chain going, and if they can convince people that it's a chain like Phantom, it's a chain like AVAX, like it's a chain that a lot of projects are going to, then they'll make a lot of money. And everybody who's in strong will do well with that. Do you think Horde will be able to hold the $100 range? I don't know. That's another economic experiment, right? That's why I love kind of that, just trying new things. They just raised for those of you who don't know, Horde has this dynamic where they basically have the price ranged, and if it gets down to here, they buy it, and if it gets up to here, they sell it. And so the goal is to just keep it between that price, and then they're slowly moving that price up. So I mean, it's interesting for sure. With how much money did you start your journey to DeFi? I think that's what you mean. So when I first got in, I put in 70,000 into Olympus, and I've lost most of that. I put in 70,000 into Strong to buy my initial. I only got like Strong was like $900 then, so I only got like 7 nodes for my 70K, and then I put 5,000 into Drip, which that was like at $8 or $9, I think, and then it went up to like $200, and so I like 80x'd my Drip earnings, also with referrals too. That's kind of when I had my Drip. That's when I kind of was like, okay, now I'm going to start branching into all sorts of different projects. Yeah, Brian, if you haven't watched my AMA with Brian, it's in the lives from a few days ago. But yeah, he's a good marketer for sure. How many projects that you invested in after some time it found out to be a scam or didn't go well? A lot. Not a lot of scams. I've maybe been in like 3 rug pulls. Ring, the original one, not Ring 5, the new one, but the old Ring one. Then Elixir, which yeah, it's hard to tell the difference between a rug pull and just, oh, the project didn't work out. Those are hard to find the difference. Um, but yeah, there's been a lot of projects that haven't worked out for one reason or another. Yeah, Austin, not seeing your question. All right, I do want to get back to Yieldhunt though for a little bit. I haven't actually minted anything yet, have I? I want to mint at least one. Okay, so yeah, which some of you have mentioned, and I don't know that they intended for this to happen, but since you can, let me switch back to AVAX. But since you can mint by burning a hunter, it costs 2 AVAX, but it's actually a little cheaper if you just go buy a hunter and burn it. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. I want their official. You're gonna see all my NFTs. Look at this. Where's that hunter at? Probably down at the bottom, right? Does it go in order if you bought them? Nope. See, there's an unrevealed cauldron from Elixir. Oh, so Cow, that was one I got rugged on. Cow, uh, what was that game called? Cows and Aliens or something like that. But yeah, lost that. There's my pets. Yieldhunt pets. I want to find the official Yieldhunt. Why can't I search for it? Is there a space in it? Oh, there is a space. Okay, there we go. So then you can filter by hunters. So like these, and then I'm going to filter by lowest price. So I can burn these for, that little and mint that way. So if somebody from the Yieldhunt team is watching, you probably need to fix that because there's really no reason for somebody to come mint for 2 AVAX if I can mint here for 0.58 AVAX. It's like I'll show you. I'll just buy this real quick for 0.58 AVAX. Gas is a little bit high right now, like 10 bucks. And again, don't worry, Trezor switches the pattern every time, so don't worry, you don't have my code. But so I bought a hunter, and then now I can just burn the hunter and mint, and it was only 0.58 AVAX instead of 2 AVAX. Okay, so then I might have to. They need to fix it probably because, like, if people realize this, then no one is going to mint with AVAX, and I don't think they intend to do what I'm doing. Right? Any reason I have Trezor over Ledger? So actually I have both. I have a Trezor and a Ledger. And actually I have 3 Trezors for different things. Not really. Trezor does more like clicking on the screen, and Ledger you use the buttons on the side. So that's really the biggest difference, I would say. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. It'll lower the it'll raise the floor on there. Is that part of the point, I guess? I mean, there's just so many of them down here that, I mean, why even offer this other thing? Why not? I don't know. Just seems weird to me. Seems like people would be frustrated about that. Yeah, AVAX gas has been bad recently. What do I think about Notify? I like Notify a lot. So I had an AMA with the Notify team and really like them. So they're working on educating and helping Web 2.0 programmers move to Web 3.0. So I really like that idea. All right, I'm actually sorry. I have a 4 o'clock, so I actually have to go. Time flies when you're having fun, man. I thought I was going to be like looking for content. Like I didn't know that this was going to happen this way. I do have that. So I do have one more. Where did he go? Why do I not have him? Did I forget to click confirm or something? Is it not done? Didn't I click mint? Well, whatever the case, I have a third one that I can give away. So I do want to give that away. Oh, you have one pending order. Q. Man, there's that many other people minting right now. So I guess maybe they're waiting until AVAX. So maybe that's smart. Maybe they're behind the scenes, like waiting for AVAX to slow down, and then they'll do it for lower gas on their end. So I don't actually use my Trezor or Ledger for any storage. What you do is you connect it to your MetaMask. So you create the wallet on Trezor, and then you connect it to your MetaMask so you can use it like a hot wallet. But anytime that you want to do anything, you have to confirm it on the Trezor. So I don't actually use the Trezor for anything. But anyway, so I don't know when this mint's going to go through, but let's go ahead and give it away. And then when it comes through, I'll give it to you. I kind of want to see what it is. Maybe it's a skeleton. Well, whatever this third one is. So these two are already claimed from people that are Twitter DMing me. This third and final one before I hop off here is going to go to someone who comments their, let's see. What's a good thing? What's something that I would like to know about everyone? While I'm thinking about that, do you expect a bull market in the short term, and how does that affect your portfolio investments? I've kind of just given up on predicting bull or bear run. I just am kind of taking it project by project. I think some projects do well in sometimes, and some do. Yield Node seems to do well in both. Elephant Money seems to do well in both. You can force mint. Huh. Interesting. Do I have to pay more gas for that? Oh, man. How much? How much do you want from me? Okay, that's not that bad. All right, I'll force this, then we'll give it away. Just comment, I would like a Yieldhunt NFT. Do that the next few people, and I'll give you about 45 seconds, and then I'll give that away, and then I have to hop off here. Let's see what it is. Wouldn't it be crazy if it was a skeleton? Oh, come on. Okay, we got some people coming in. I would like a Yieldhunt NFT. Oh, he's cool though. That's the coolest of them all because he's got red hair. It's the James Pelton Ranger. So I'll give you another 20 seconds. Then I really do have to go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pick right now. First off, DeFi Ninja, I'll answer your question. If I had $1,000 right now, invested somewhere for a year, I'd probably, if I had $1,000 for a year, I'd probably go in Elephant Money. And I would put it in Trunk Stampede. I would mint it from BUSD into Trunk. Then I would bond it here, and I'd take my 205% APR, roll it for a bit, start claiming out some profits, and then I'd use that to go other places. That's what I do, but not financial advice. But let me pick a winner here. Okay, I'm scrolling. The winner is Peto. Although you did not spell yield correctly. So does that disqualify you? No, it doesn't. But yeah, shoot me a Twitter DM and I'll get you that third mint. So, okay, I better go. Thank you guys so much. I hope this was helpful for you. I would like to do more of these lives and just hang out with you guys and answer questions. I do enjoy it. If you'd like to be part, come. We didn't even get through everything. Maybe I'll have to do another one on Yieldhunt because I kind of got distracted. But they have a temple that are going to be opening soon where you can stake your glow and your gem, I'm guessing, to get other things. There's a treasure room where you're going to be able to, I think, stake glow or glow AVAX liquidity pool tokens and earn gem. So a lot of cool things coming on. But yeah, those who won a mint from me, go ahead and shoot me a DM. We'll get those over to you. The rest of you, expect some more videos coming this evening. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your time and have a good rest of your day.